Hello and welcome to Below the Board, Hampshire's game design show, where we showcase games made by the game designers. I'm your host, Luke Townsend. Who do we have here to my left, to my right?
Oh, I'm Luke Feltus.
And
This be Wolfie.
my special co-host and our guest today, Matt Regan. Hello. What game are we playing today, Matt?
This is Empires, and this is my Div 3.
Great. Tell us a little bit about it.
Empires is a strategy card game. I designed it with the intention of attracting Magic players and people who enjoy games with heavy emphasis on choice. Because that's always been the thing that attracted me to gaming is being presented with many different routes of what I can do and trying to figure out what the best thing to do for what I want to do is. The mechanic that I decided to go with when I designed this game is what's kind of interesting that you can't really do with CCGs. You know, all of them are kind of building decks. Sometimes it's about building yourself up rather than like tearing your opponent down like Magic. But I was just trying to think of something new. And what I came up with is I decided you don't get a deck. So the main hook of this game is these are not the players' decks. This is a communal card pool that I've just split up for ease of play. Every round, you pick up 4 cards. You pick one, pass the rest to your opponent, then they pick 2, and then they put the other card away in a face-down discard pile. So every round you are drafting a new hand that you will use to apply and make decisions based off what has happened in the game.
Great. So players can only strategize based on the knowledge of the 4 cards.
Yep.
Okay, great.
And
Why
whatever
don't-
they have in play at the time.
Oh, great. We have taught our players here how to play the game already. And why don't we run through a turn? Let's go.
Alright.
Now, while they're drafting, they're going to be selecting 1 card. They're going to be passing the packs to the other player, and then they're going to pick 2 and set the rest aside. While they do that, Matt, why don't you tell me a little bit about, you kind of talked about your desire to make something CCG that hasn't been made before. And for our viewers, a CCG is a collectible card game. A lot of people think about Pokemon or Magic the Gathering as those. So what else was your inspiration besides just those?
So I play a lot of a digital card game called Gwent.
Yep.
The play phase, which will be the thing they do immediately after they draft, is basically the same system of you play a card, then your opponent plays a card. And instead of it being about like managing resources like Magic, where you manage mana, or managing actions like in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's basically just knowing how to sequence your cards and thinking about the order in which you do things because you are going to do everything.
Cool. This is the premiere show of Below the Board. We're going to be going over not only showing the game how to play, but explaining a lot of game design terms. And so just so our audience is more acclimated to the language that we use here.
Yes.
These right here are the discard piles, life total shown right here. You have your cards.
That's right.
Yep.
Oh, yes, I do.
Denoted by the blue poker chip over there, Wolfie is first player. Make your turn.
Da, da, da. I play Pegasus Rider, and as an action, any units that end up next to it get attack as if they can attack directly.
And it enters exhausted.
Yeah. I'm about to point that out, Wolfie, trying to pull it past me.
For viewers,
Fine.
exhausted just means the card is going to enter tapped, and you can't use its abilities that turn.
Yeah, you can't attack with it. So unless you have ways to ready it, you will not have the next phase of the game called the action phase until round 2.
Must have been a long walk over here.
I'm just going to go ahead and play my good friend, the Blood Mage.
Alrighty.
I play my lesser good friend, the Vampire Mercenary. Whenever this unit deals combat damage, it gains that much life.
Not friends, just acquaintances.
Oh yeah, just so the viewers know, maybe explain what the Blood Mage
Not even
display
close
does.
to acquaintances.
Whenever you play a unit, you may gain 1 blessing and lose 3 life. And then I'm going to go ahead and put down... All of these cards are my friends, just so you know. That's why I'm going to win.
Yeah,
Many friends.
many
You've
friends.
Never watched Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm gonna play Juggernaut. He takes no damage when attacking. If a unit deals damage to a unit while attacking, destroy that unit.
Oh, that
If
is a
this
typo.
unit
Yes.
deals damage.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that wasn't a typo.
No.
Okay. And are you going to activate the Blood Mage effect or no?
Yeah, I'm that confident.
Okay, what's it do?
I gain a blessing and I lose 3 life.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
I'll sacrifice my blood and I'll take a blessing.
What?
14 more of those, and you're going to win.
Yeah.
It's 15
It's a
now?
good strategy.
It
Well-
was 15. Yeah.
Too bad I didn't take that vampire general.
I discard that.
Okay. Yeah. So if you don't want to play a card, you also can just discard it.
All right, I'm gonna play Chain Wielder. As an action, I can exhaust up to 2 units.
Yep.
Play.
All right, and then
I pass.
I'm gonna pass as well.
So everything readies.
Luke is
Alright.
now first player,
Thank you,
and we restart the draft just as normal.
as it should be.
So Matt, a lot of games have drafting, as you call it, where when drafting, you get a selection of cards. You get to normally pick one and then pass along those cards to the other players. What inspired you to have a drafting kind of simulation in this game?
All right. So when I was first conceptualizing my Div 3 over the summer, I first actually started with a very different mechanism, which was deck building. Deck building is a mechanism where you start out with a deck of 10 cards usually. They are usually weak and not that good. And over the course of the game, you will add cards to your deck and change it so you can build a strategy. I don't know.
You're
My
welcome.
son.
His son.
My
Alright.
strong boy.
You'll get to see his son soon. But
strong boy.
deck building games are a very popular genre, and I really just didn't want to I didn't want to make something that was too samey to anything I've ever seen. In fact, like this, as of now, is a little bit too samey, and I'm looking to diverge from other games. So I then thought about, okay, what can I do as a choice-driven game that is going to be very different? And then I was like, okay, let's look at all battle card games, whether they be trading card games or board games. And none of them really had this kind of system that I could see where you just make a hand each turn.
Okay.
So then I was like, okay, what's the best way I can make a hand each turn? And I was like, oh, drafting.
Great, sounds excellent. All right, players have drafted, and we're on to the next play phase, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Luke
And
is first player.
obviously, as my first turn, I'm going to be playing my son, my strong boy, my Goliath.
Goliath, 7 power, 7 health.
No effect, but he doesn't need one.
Do you want to activate your blood mage? Feeling risky?
You know, I'm feeling strong. I got my son here. I'm
Feeling
having
strong?
a lot of
All
faith.
right.
Are you doing it?
That is a strong sign.
Yeah, my son deserves
Belief
a
in
blessing.
God.
Yes, and if
Yeah.
I die because of this, then I
At
will
least you
not
die with
resent
your
him.
son.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Wolfie, what do you
will
have?
not.
I play Sigil of Protection on my Pegasus Rider. Instead of dying, it gets 1 health, and I destroy that card.
Oh, that combo with your son.
It's okay. It's okay. Doesn't need it. This time I'm going to be far more careful with my child.
He doesn't need it.
Alright, and... So, how many units can I have out at a time?
As many.
No, there's no limit.
No, live your dreams.
Fill the board up.
Yes.
All of my children.
All the friends for your son.
I will have the biggest family in all the world.
Woman's family's looking a little short right now.
Oh, yeah, we're a
little
little
shy.
A little
Yeah.
small.
malnutrition.
Yeah, like yeah, mom and dad didn't want to have too many
I'm
kids.
gonna put down another friend named the Humble Templar.
He's so humble.
As an action, you may have this unit pray and then pray again. He's peace.
Yeah.
And Matt, that triggers the
Quite
blood
weak.
mage again, right?
If you want, obviously, it's an optional thing.
No, he doesn't want to hurt me.
Okay.
That
Okay.
one's alright.
He's very peaceful.
I play my Warlord, and whenever a unit your opponent controls dies, you may deal 2 damage to the opponent.
Yeah, and this is actually one thing I actually want to like kind of point out. That was one of the things that made 2 features of the game: the fact that you can kill your opponent or get 15 blessings.
Yeah.
Wolfie is building a board that like all things want to attack, all things
Their thing.
like all the things, all of them. But all their units want to attack. They want to deal damage. They want to kill Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Luke is doing the opposite. Luke's board is all about generating blessings and trying to get to that 15. So they both made independent choices
As
to
well
go
as
towards.
having a son on the board.
Yeah, of course, have a son. But they've both made independent choices to go towards different win conditions.
Yeah, and neither one of them are bad. They're just different.
Yeah, they're just completely different win conditions. In fact, so far in the 4 playtests I've done of this before this show,
Yeah.
I have a 50-50 win rate.
Still pretty alpha.
Yeah, oh yeah, very alpha.
Great. All right.
And so for my last card, actually I have to put him on this side because
Gotta scoot him over.
my battle priest and the humble templar don't really get along, as you can imagine by their names.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
sure.
And as an action, this unit may pray and then attack,
What?
which he will.
I play the Sigil of Aggression on my Warlord, and the attached unit gains 4 damage and 1 defense.
Yes.
He doesn't need that.
He does.
That's
He's
seems
being
Yeah,
kind
this
of
is
violent.
this is another good example of the different choices in this game. Luke going wide with a lot of different units, and Wolfie kind of enhancing their units with attachments, kind of buffing up and gaining
Yeah.
different abilities. A lot of different decision making you can
Yeah.
have in this game.
Well, it's just, it's harder for them to make friends.
That's what they just buy themselves things to
What
fill.
this is
Smaller
suggesting.
family, bigger family.
I don't need friends, I've got pets.
That's right.
Woof. All right, so, and now it's action.
Yep,
This is
everyone's
my
played
turn.
their cards.
Alright.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my action. No,
No,
not
that-
Alright,
after
what are we doing?
Action.
No, they don't ready until end of the round, Wolfie.
Okay,
So
Okay.
these are your 2 ready units right
I
now.
see.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my chain wielder. I'm gonna use his action to exhaust both of your units.
I see.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
And then my.
That's a card I actually need to nerf.
And for the audience, ready just means you can. What do you
Oh
explain?
yeah, yeah. So ready means that you can actually take actions with the unit. So if a unit is exhausted, you can't attack with it, you can't pray with it, you can't do any actions it may have on its card effects.
And what happens when no one has readied units and Luke here has 2 ready units?
So if you have no ready units, when you attack, instead of attacking you can attack units if you want, but you can also just directly attack the player.
Great.
And so I can't attack. Wait, can I attack?
Yeah, you can attack
Yeah.
Wolfie directly because every single thing they have is exhausted.
The 2 that are current, those are attachments.
Alright,
Yeah,
well,
creatures.
Yeah,
my blood mage is playing dirty, so he's gonna just
As he
he's just
should.
swinging right at you.
What a filthy boy.
He's dealing 1 damage
Oh, man.
to you. He's a 1/5, and then my Juggernaut, whose effect is he takes no damage when attacking, and then he deals damage. He destroys that unit, and I'm gonna kill your warlord.
What a
So that's
shame.
Really scary.
What a damn shame.
Yeah.
So.
And that also gets rid of the attachment as that unit has died.
Oh wait, no, I can only attack 1. Or I can only do 1 per turn, right? Or 1 per action.
Well, Wolfie, we
That's
can
what you
imply that
That's
Wolfie has
implied
nothing they can
fast.
do, so you can
Oh, okay.
imply that.
Normally
so I
you
can
go
just
back and
go,
forth,
yeah.
but that's all right, as Wolfie didn't have anything to do.
Okay.
This
so
turn.
That is my turn.
Wolfie's playing the long game.
Yeah. Yeah. Wolfie has the long con going on.
You do have far more life than I do.
I suppose. I pass.
Okay.
Alright, I pass.
Okay, cool. So you guys get more
When
cards.
no player takes an action or has anything else to do, the round resets. Currently, in summary,
and
Luke
all
is-
things ready.
and all things ready. That's a good point.
Maybe I'll get to use them this time.
Oh, that's true.
We'll get all these all ready for you. All your
Oh,
family.
and
Yeah, and the active player passes to the next one. In summary, Luke has 2 blessings and 14 health. Wolfie has no blessings, but a healthy
Actually,
19.
hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry. Have to
Okay.
make a
No worries, no
recall
worries.
on that. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do.
Matt, is there any desire to make this game more than two player?
So I
'Cause I'm
think.
feeling left out right now.
Yeah, I know. I love you. It's okay. But I think somewhere around the line, like
Okay.
I think my core that I really want to make sure is that 2-player is great.
Sure.
Because I think generally in my experience in playing with other gamers that they tend to, these games tend to like as 1v1 experiences, especially for like if I ever, one part of my div I'm thinking of doing is creating like a tournament system for this game if I get it to a competitive sense, which is going to lean towards 1v1.
Okay.
But I definitely, if I can get a good 1v1 environment, I would like to then create a rules variant that works for 4-player free-for-all, for example.
Okay,
Or
okay.
2v2.
Tournament systems similar to Magic and Star Wars.
Yeah, like where you just had like how many rounds? Like, is it best 2 out of 3? Is it best 3 out of 5?
Okay, great.
What works best for it?
Yeah, very cool. What are you thinking about, Wolfie? What's your strategy right now?
I don't know. I don't really have one.
Okay,
Cool.
that's all right.
Yeah.
Just going for it. Oh, is it my turn?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, you haven't picked one yet.
Still
Wow.
picking some cards. There we go. I think it is now your turn.
All right. I play the Executioner, and as an action, this unit may deal 4 damage to you and destroy the target unit.
Exhausted, remember?
Blat.
Okay. I'm gonna put down another humble Templar.
So much family.
My friends.
So much love.
Everyone
Really?
showed up for the reunion.
Are you gonna blood
really
mage yourself?
cares about each other. I mean, like that's the thing.
Hey, it's
No.
yeah, it's a valid choice.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Did that a lot.
I put my
What-
Guardian Shield which gives a 0 attack and 4 defense, and removes 1 wound at the end of each round on my executioner.
Pretty good.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna attach the cleric robes to my humble Templar,
Ooh.
which
So
does. Yeah, honestly, he got promoted because of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
kind of why. He's the attached unit
Exactly.
gains at the end of the round gain 1 blessing if you prayed with a unit this round.
Cool.
I'm racking up the blessings here.
I play the
Get
Humble
ready.
Templar, and as an action, they may pray and then pray again.
Well, I have 2. So. And I'm going to put down my strong Myrmidian,
Ooh.
which I only know from Myrmidon,
Yes.
from Fire Emblem.
Literally, that's where I
We can
learned the
just
word
slide
too.
these over.
It's
Yeah.
given me feelings. I feel like kind of mean.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like I have so many friends.
What's your Myrmidon do?
And whenever this unit destroys another unit by attacking, ready it and make another attack.
Okay.
Yeah. So
He's a
once
strong boy.
so once it attacks something, it will die.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's,
My
All right.
turn?
Play phase.
Play
Or,
phase.
Action phase.
Action phase.
Action
my bad.
phase.
Action phase.
I want to do absolutely nothing.
That is a choice if you want to make that decision.
To
Oh.
pass.
Yeah.
would
No,
you really
no.
like to?
I have a question.
Yes, of course.
So this is Then's ability for as much damage as it gains, it regains that life. If it attacks and the attack it receives back would have killed it, does the applied health...
This gains life to you, not to
Ah,
itself.
you useless!
It preserves you rather
Yeah.
than itself.
I guess. Okay.
He just loves
No, otherwise, like, that kind of just creates a weird infinite loop. Like, I thought about that maybe at one point, but it just creates a weird thing where you're, like, calculating damage in a weird way, and I feel like it could take too much time for players. So I was just like, you know what? Gaining
Yeah.
life for yourself is nice.
You want to keep play fast.
It's
Yeah.
a damn shame I can't see your cards. What do you have?
I have a Battle Priest, I
Okay.
have a Chain Wielder, a Juggernaut, a Blood Mage, a Goliath, and a Humble Templar, and another Humble Templar, and a
Okay.
Myrmidon.
Wolfie totally understands what every single
What
one of
do
those
you-
cards do.
What do you
So-
have that has 4 health or less?
I have a Chain Wielder, he's a 1/4. I
Okay.
have a Juggernaut, who's a 4/2. I have a Humble Templar, who's a 2/1, another one that's 2/1, and then I have a Myrmidon. No, that's it. It's
5/5.
just 5/5.
Okay, I attack your Juggernaut with my Vampire Mercenary.
Well, they both die. He has 4 attacks.
That is right, and I get 4 health.
No, you only. Oh yeah, he does 4 attack. I
Yeah.
forgot I buffed that card. Well,
Give me my health!
My son. One of my many sons. Okay, and on mine,
I'm in.
who's this guy you got here? What's he got on it?
Which one?
the Pegasus.
I'll put it at 1 health instead.
Yeah.
Right.
And remember, you can always pray instead of attacking.
Yes. I
You have a
can.
lot of units to do things with.
I'm gonna go ahead and pray, then
What was
attack
that?
with my Battle Priest.
Wait, what? What?
Copyright
I saw
material.
that.
Oh,
I'm gonna attack your Pegasus Rider with my Battle Priest.
Okay.
And that's gonna do 1 damage over to you, but he's only gonna be at 1 health.
Okay.
So he gets 2 tokens.
Are you using
And
its
then-
action ability or just attacking with it?
no,
I am
this
using
is
its action as well.
We're
So I'm going
calculating
to
damage
pray
this way,
and
so like.
then-
I keep, yeah, I
He's-
can mix it
so
with the
he's gonna
damage.
pray and then go into
Defense.
battle, and the Humble Templars are gonna be like, and then it's your go.
Oh, I pass.
You're passing. Okay,
Oh.
I'm gonna.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
You
Yeah, I
can
pass.
attack.
Well, you can always pray if you want.
Oh,
Well,
I pray.
That's
There's
just-
also the ability that like
can
you
pray,
can pass,
okay.
Luke could do something, and then you can
Yeah.
make another choice.
Yeah, if you
So if you want
want
to wait,
Yeah, there's a
I
lot
can
of choices
murder
you
your
can make,
Pegasus.
and that's intentional.
I pray with my Pegasus because he's the only one I've got left.
Okay.
All right. Give them a
Card.
token. I have 3.
God almost likes you as much.
Love
And then
it.
my humble Templar is doing the whole like thing that whole time. He's just gonna go ahead and he's gonna pray,
Okay.
and then he's gonna pray again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get 2 tokens.
Double prayer.
that's
And
a lot.
then
Those knees must be sore.
So Wolfie,
Oh, I pass.
yes.
well, I mean I might as well. So I'm gonna swing, or I'm gonna actually. Okay, so I can attack them if they're exhausted.
No, you
I
can.
can choose to.
Yes, you can
choose to.
choose to attack.
You can also go directly for the throat, as it were,
Yes.
and attack Wolfie's life total directly. Shout out to all
You've
the
gained
YouTube
far
fans.
too much life for me to be comfortable. I'm going to, well, actually, no.
You could also pray as well. If you want to rack
Pray
up
your
some
way
more
to
favor.
victory.
I'm gonna pray with my chain wielder. He's not much of an attacker. The blood mage has taken a break from attacking, but
Alright.
my son, he has a thirst for blood, so
You're
he's
getting
gonna
two-
go
you're
for the
gonna get 2
throat.
total.
Okay.
And
And
that's
I'm
7
gonna attack
to-
Wolfie
7 to you,
for
Wolfie.
7.
Dropping down to 15. Much more of a tied game this time.
Wow.
He's back and he's stronger than ever.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Alrighty. The play token passes to Luke now.
Thank you.
And
I'm
everything
gonna
ready?
put my family back at the ready. Everybody back up. and
Everything's
alive.
hot and ready to go.
Hot and ready, fresh out the kitchen.
Mm.
And they're going to
Is,
restart the
this
drafting
attachment
phase.
ready to go, even if the thing was exhausted?
Yeah.
Then I just...
Oh no, it removes one rune from the thing that's attached.
Ah! What a shame.
And so while they're doing this, Matt, do you want to explain a little bit about kind of comeback mechanics in your game? Right now, Wolfie has 1 point higher, but also less blessings and quite a deficit of creatures.
So that's the thing I'm working on.
Sure,
As,
yeah.
as it is an alpha.
Actually,
Oh, yeah.
sorry, I have to remind real quick. I get one more blessing at
Oh,
the
yes.
end of the round.
Because you
Okay.
pray. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have prayed many
How
times.
many do you have there?
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Great.
Wow.
That's a
8
lot.
more of those and you'll be good to go.
So that's something I'm actually working on.
For sure.
Is as the game's in very early versions.
Oh, yeah.
The intention behind it is, for example, there's a card in the deck that called Pyrrhic Victory, unless I changed the name, which I might have. But basically, for example, what its effect is it makes all players sacrifice units down to the lowest number of units.
I
Okay.
wish.
So if Wolfie were to play that,
Yeah.
Luke would have to sack down
All
to
but
3.
yeah.
And like Wolfie would kind of have an edge because they've worked on building up.
Yeah,
There's-
with attachments.
Yeah. So there are cards that are meant to kind of level boards and like kind
Oh, yeah.
of reset things.
Yeah. Kind of a built-in balance system.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
card designs like that.
Yeah. And a lot of like the cards that destroy things are more to help you from like a lot of them are like if you control less things.
Oh, for sure.
If you have like less if you are doing worse than your opponent, you can play this card to try and level it a bit.
Great, yeah. All right, looks like the drafting phase is done again.
Am I actually first this time?
Yes,
You're actually first this time.
Oh my goodness. Well, I gotta protect my boys.
Got it.
Well, not necessarily my son. My weak boys, my poor boys.
Yeah, your son doesn't need protection.
Great Guardian. This unit may be played anywhere in your army. Adjacent units cannot be targeted by attacks or card effects.
Oh, all right.
Ooh.
And it's a 0/7.
Wow.
0/7.
That is
Yes.
thick.
I did not need this.
That is one of my new cards.
Deep thick.
Cool. I like it. Sounds good.
Yeah, because actually this is the thing about playtest data is Ira Faye, the main game design professor here, I played a bunch of games with him yesterday, and he said he wanted more effects that do similar things to that, which like protect other units.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, and then I immediately came up with that and put it in my card file, which
like
is
it.
this is a new addition to this version.
All right, well,
I
Such
what do
a
you got?
good boy.
I play my eager recruit and he enters ready.
Pretty good. What are the stats on him?
5 attack, 2.
Wow. Pretty aggressive.
Ah.
Wolfie's an aggressive soul.
Has not worked for me so far. I actually haven't attacked.
I'm gonna go ahead
You're
and
blowing.
play.
You're blowing it.
I'm gonna throw down Battle Medic. When this unit enters the battlefield, gain 5 life or remove 4 wounds among units you control. And I'm just gonna go ahead and gain 5 life, and
Yeah,
then
that-
I'm going to also activate the Blood Mage effect. So I'm gonna gain 2 net,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to get 1 blessing.
All right. It's a pretty good turn there.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
It's all about that efficiency.
Creating
Uh,
those synergies with cards.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Oh wait, here actually, I'm gonna put my Great Guardian in front of these guys. You know, like
Yes.
right between but in front.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Protect it.
Yeah.
I play my archer, and as an action, he can attack and then attack again.
I don't need that. Well, oh, then that goes to me. I'm gonna play Stalemate.
Okay.
Play phase ends, you discard your cards.
Oh, perfect, because I did not need this one.
I was gonna discard it otherwise. And in my very first action,
Yeah,
Well-
you are still first player. You get to go again.
Wow.
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 I'm going to. What's your executioner at for status?
4 attack, 10 defense.
Yes.
Pretty strong.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with Myrmidon to the Pegasus rider,
Okay.
and that's gonna deal 4 damage over. And then does he ready an attack right after?
Yes.
So then
But
I'm
he
gonna
does take
ready
the
him.
damage.
Yeah, so
So-
he's down to 2.
3 life, because he's
at
5/5, right?
Yeah. And then I'm going to attack the. I'm going to attack the Humble Templar.
Okay.
And then you'll take 2 more.
Yeah, and now they're kind of regretting their placement
He
next
readies
to like
again.
the Humble Templars of his family. Oh, he
Yeah,
just
he
keeps
just
going.
he will die.
Oh.
The moment he attacks, he will die.
Oh, sick! Oh my God, this is
Wow, that
awesome.
a pretty strong
And then I'm
card.
going to attack the Executioner to deal 5 damage.
But he's got 10 defense.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still 5 damage on it.
Then what's
Yeah.
the point of defense?
Well, now
Well,
he
you can-
still has 5 hold.
Well,
Yeah.
if he only had 5 defense, he'd be dead.
Yeah.
It's also your turn now.
Yeah, so like
it's more of an absorption mechanic.
yeah, so like he lost a unit trying to deal with this.
Okay.
Exactly.
That is literally the best Myrmidon I've seen.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Pretty filthy.
You just gotta
'Cause,
do
like-
as much as you can.
What do you still have?
Yeah, it's
lot.
good that it's kind of good that he died because he felt really uncomfortable
Um,
Oh, yeah.
next to these Humble Templars after that whole,
Yeah, just murdering right next to these like people of God.
especially one of their own.
Oh yeah.
I use my Executioner's power, and I take 4 damage to myself to destroy
So you have to do an
Goliath.
action.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So-
sorry.
I'm destroying Goliath.
Why?
I don't like him.
No!
My son. I'd sing right now if I could sing.
Send love, viewers, please. Luke really needs it.
He needs it right now.
Hurt. I'm going to.
Dancing after that move.
Yeah. It's my only move.
You
in, like,
murdered
30
his son.
minutes.
You're
gonna
excited.
I'm gonna exhaust your unit with my Chain Wielder's effect, so you just can't do anything
Okay.
now. And then I'm gonna pray with my Templars. They're gonna pray upon my son. They're gonna pray for my son.
Yeah. And so
Pray
normally
upon us.
in a game like
It's
this,
far wrong.
the actions pass back and forth, but we're kind of just assuming that when Wolfie's all of the units are exhausted, we're kind of assuming that they don't really have many options. So Luke here is just gonna
So you're doing
do
the-
his thing.
So you're doing the double pray with both your
So I get
Templars.
4 more, and then
Wow.
I'm
How many
going
are you
to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh, you,
Is that 14?
You know what, just to add insult to injury, I'm going to pray and then attack with my Battle Priest,
Oh my
and I'm going
gosh.
to murder the... I guess I can't murder the Executioner, can I?
yeah.
Well, I'm still going to attack the Executioner,
Okay.
and I'll let my Battle Priest die.
How many is that?
He died for a good cause.
The battle
That's
priest
one-
is 4?
Yeah,
Or
that's a
5?
4 more.
5,
So
yeah.
he has 1 life left, and then I'm going to attack him with my Blood Mage
Are you?
and destroy him
Yeah.
and let him wait. Oh, I can't do that. I want to win. All right.
Well,
I'm
no,
just-
you do win because you
You'll
have.
have this.
Oh yeah, I'm
You
going to attack
framed.
and destroy him, and then I'm going to.
You really
Pass.
are adding insult to injury
At the end of the round, you gain your final blessing.
because you've prayed this turn from that attachment.
All right, God, smite them.
And
Yeah.
Luke
There we
is our
go.
champion.
I think I went
Oh,
twice in that
feels
entire
good.
game.
You won the first game on Below the Board. How's it feel?
Honestly, it feels pretty good. I feel kind of like a pro gamer.
Yeah.
MLG
Hello,
Pro.
hello, fellow gamers. All right,
What is
Wolfie,
it?
what'd you think?
Oh, it sucked. It was terrible. I got the worst luck of the draw.
Oh, you hate
Every
to
time
see
I
it.
had a
Yeah.
good card, it was not my turn to go first.
You
You
hate to
just-
see it.
Jealous
Well,
of my son.
So
my
that
beautiful, beautiful
You
son.
should have sniped his Goliath from him. You
Yeah.
had the chance.
the other, well, that was actually one thing that you brought up that I actually kind of created as a design choice.
Yeah.
I wanted first player to be a like really impactful thing. So like for example, let me find the card. Stalemate.
Yeah, stalemate.
Stalemate is so what its effect is. You end the play phase. Quality. All players discard all cards in their hand.
Right,
So
you got
what?
excited.
So I designed this card with the intention of you want it going first.
Sure.
Because basically what it allows you to do is if, for example, in Luke's case, when he's ahead so much, he could just be like, okay, I'm a punish.
Yeah, without even playing any other things
Yeah,
first, right?
yeah. But for example, it's worse. It's infinitely worse going second because
Sure.
Wolfie can actually do something,
Oh, yeah.
get ahead a little bit, and then you play it.
Right.
And like also any cards that like destroy the board, like clear the board of all units, they are really good going second because you get last say. So I designed it with the intent, might not be working because you said you had a bad experience, but with the intent that first player matters a lot when you make your decisions.
Yeah. And so, to our winner here, you kind of had two different themes going. You were going wide a bit here, and you were kind of going hard in blessings. Was that your strategy, or is that just kind of how it worked out?
That was not my initial strategy. I went with, I honestly was almost thinking of it kind of the same way I think about Magic, or in a very similar vein, where I was like, it's my cards are being pushed towards blessings because the first card you pick is not as important as the second two cards you pick in the draft.
Right.
So the cards that you were giving me were blessing cards. So I was like, I might as well play the blessing deck. And it looked like you were playing the hard, fast.
Yeah, so you
deck.
kind of picked up that first card you picked was looks like a unit or a really strong creature that you could play, and then you kind of got past we call them boots in Magic terms, where you know a card that you may not have picked up before, but you're happy to have it now.
Yeah, absolutely.
With blessing, sure, yeah. And
my good humble Templars.
And to be fair, both fronts were working in this case. You know, you had your go wide strategy and knocking down the life, and you had your blessings, which ultimately gave you the win.
Yeah, that I will say though, Chain Wielder is definitely a tough card to play, especially if really good because that's
play against.
Against, yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's like putting that out there with.
Oh, that one I'm nerfing. That one. I wasn't. I just wanted to actually. Mostly, this version was mostly just cleaning up. Was mostly about cleaning up ambiguities in text. Because that was what I was finding.
Yeah.
What I'm probably gonna do to Chain Wielder
God loves me.
is I'm either gonna keep it the same stats and make it just exhaust one thing.
A 1-to-1.
Yeah. Or I'm going to make it like lower its defense. Or I might actually just make it like a 0-3 or a 0-2. And then keep the effect. That's like those are like the two routes I'm thinking.
All right. Cool. Well, that was Empire, right?
Yep.
That was Empire. Pretty alpha version.
Oh yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, very
early Div 3. This was the first show of Below the Board. I'm your host Luke Townsend, my lovely co-hosts Luke and Wolfie. Our special guest Matt, showcasing his Div 3 Empire, and we'll see you around.
Later, nerds.
Bye. God, Colin.
Put me out of my misery.
Great. That was a good one.